Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie and today we're here with another reading vlog. So last week I filmed a vlog, I edited it, and then I just wasn't happy with it, so I didn't upload it. So yes, I can't even remember what I read last week or anything. I had a bit of a bad week at the end of the week before, and I just wasn't I was just in a weird mood, and I just wanted to read cozy things, and then I just kind of didn't. And I also kind of worked myself into a bit of a slump lately where I've been so oh my god, I have to finish these books, that when I don't want to read them, I'm not really reading. And yes, that being said, one of my goals this week is to finish some of these books and alternate some others out so that it's not the same things that have been sitting there for months just unread. So I will tell you a little bit about what I have read. I have possibly a busy week this week. I have some things that have been organized, like social things, but I don't know if I'm actually going to go to them. We're going to kind of see how the week turns out. I'm really tired. And it's really for no reason this week. I didn't have a particularly busy week at work last week or anything like that, so I'm just really tired. It's just I don't know. Sometimes I know what triggers my chronic fatigue, and sometimes I'm like, it's just this. It's just my body going, nah, not today. Anyway, reading. So I read Things last week. I don't know. Last night though, I did finish The Grief Keeper by Alexandra Villasante, which I talked about in that vlog, which I started and read this in about 2 days. This is a really beautiful book. It's kind of hard to explain, but basically the main character Marisol and her sister Gabby have made it to the US. They've come up from El Salvador, and they've done so illegally, and they make it to the US, and then they get caught, and then the US government is like, hey, if you do this thing for us, we'll give you a green card. And that thing is that Marisol learns, there's technology that helps her take the grief away from other people. So the idea is that it would be used for soldiers with PTSD, and she takes their grief, their anxiety, their depression, and so they feel better, and she gets all these feelings, and then it just goes from there. I don't want to spoil too much about that, otherwise that's all in the blurb, and yes, it goes from there. And it was a beautiful book. This is very, very intense with mental health, mental illness rep. So if you're someone who struggles with depression and anxiety, and you find yourself triggered by that sort of stuff, I wouldn't recommend this. It's not a depressing book, but it is the character in here that has depression is it feels like a very, very intense. So yes, and yes, as for reading that I'm hoping to do tonight, it is Monday, so I've come home from work, and I at this stage don't have work tomorrow. My shifts might be changing slightly this week to help out. We'll see. Anyway, so on the train for the last 2 days, I have been reading Spiked. I'm going to turn on my Kindle because I don't remember the name of the author. I think it's CP Writer. Okay, so you can kind of see the cover there, CP Writer. This is the first book in a series. Hello. And I'm reading this for India Chords. This is not the sort of thing that I would usually pick up at all. It's paranormal. I think it might be turning... I don't know how much of a romance it is, whether it's more of like YA romance or like romance. So, hello. We'll see. And I just noticed what a weird position this woman is like standing in. She's standing with like her legs like apart and like her arms. It's a very like she's straddling something. It's strange. Anyway, I am actually really enjoying it. I didn't expect to. This is just on Kindle Unlimited. And I was, but I actually like it. So we'll see where it goes from there. I'm about 40% of the way through. I'm really hoping I can finish that either tomorrow or on Wednesday, so that I can mark another book off. I have lots of other things here that I want to read, but I'll talk about these two. This is Refraction by Naomi Hughes. I started reading this one just like as I was sitting here waiting for the kettle to boil because I just made myself some tea. So I just read the first like 9 pages, and we'll share more about that later. And I also have The Mask Falling by Samantha Shannon, which I would really love to be able to get through. I don't know if I could do this in a week, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna sit down here now with Perse and read this, and I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully with a couple of things read, and I will talk a little bit more about some other things, and we'll see. But clearly it is time for cuddles, and I'm getting really sleepy, so it might even be time for a quick nap. What do you think about that? He's into it. Good, because I think I'm gonna fall asleep. But I will catch you all tomorrow. So, last week didn't exactly go to plan. If you follow me on Twitter, you might have seen that I actually ended up in the ICU last week, which is the intensive care unit. I think different places call it different things. So I ended up having gastro, which then impacted my diabetes, and then I ended up with a blood infection that no doctor has ever seen before. So it was a week. So that was Wednesday, and then I just got out of hospital the following Wednesday. It is now Friday, and I thought that I would share with you what I've read, because I don't know if you can tell, but the stack has gone down slightly, and that makes me very excited. So we've also been joined by Percy, who has decided that I'm no longer trustworthy enough to be left alone, and I must be guarded at all times. So thanks, bud. And let me tell you about what I've read, and then we'll go into what I'm hoping to read and other stuff. So, from this pile, I read 3. So, I managed to finish all of these yesterday, and that is because most of them I had like 80 to 100 pages left to read. I basically suddenly was like, I must finish all of these books that I've started, and I finished 3. So, I'm very happy with that. But starting off, I had Refraction by Naomi Hughes, which you will have seen just in the previous part. So I finished this off. I thought I was going to finish it Wednesday morning. Obviously that didn't happen, but really enjoyed this. It was really great. So yes, very, very happy. We'll talk more about this soon. And then I read The Regatta Mystery and Other Stories by Agatha Christie, which was a nice, like, short one. It wasn't even 200 pages, so it didn't take me too long to get through that either. This is book 21, technically, in the Poirot series. Sorry, yawning. Yes, so so it's technically book 21, but there are like 3 or 4 stories that are actually about him. Then there's some Parker Pine and some Miss Marple as well. But now I can move back on to reading the next book in the series. And then I also finished Disability Visibility by Alice Wong, which I've been reading for a little while. This took me a while to get through because it's a lot. As in, the stories are very... So they're all like personal essays and things like that. And they're very hard-hitting. There are some that are hit very close to home. And it's in that way that's kind of comforting, but also kind of isn't, because you're like, well, yeah, I feel this. So yeah, 3 books finished from the pile. Very happy with that. Okay. And then while I was in hospital, I was just reading things off my Kindle, which I had it here somewhere, and now I don't know where I've put it. Here it is. So I'll tell you what I was reading. I didn't finish anything. I started quite a few, and I just wasn't really in the headspace for any of them, so I'll tell you about them. The one that I got the furthest way through was Dark Lover by J.R. Ward, which I got 67% through. I kind of hate this book. It's so terrible. Like, it's just straight up badly written, and I just can't take it seriously, but in a way that I kind of enjoy. So I could stop yawning. I probably will finish it, but maybe next week. Then I also read 22% of Pawn's Gambit by Rob J. Hayes, which is the sequel to, well, companions to Never Die, which I read last week, end of last week, into the week before. I don't yet. Who knows what weeks are now. I really enjoyed that first one. Really enjoying this one as well. But yeah, just wasn't in the headspace. I also started Bacchanal by Veronica G. Henry. Read 7% of this. I'm not sure about this one. It's like a carnival sort of thing. Yeah, that's not really my thing. I also started The Sword of Kagan by M.L. Wang because Lana has been talking about it lots, and I was like, hey, that sounds cool, let me give it a go. And again, I really liked it, but I was having a hard time focusing. And then I also started Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angeles, or Angel, it's hard to see. There may be an S there, but something cuts it off, so not sure. I literally just read the first chapter of that one, and yeah, again, this is like circus, but I kind of like it so far. It's really interesting. It's like, it feels like Moulin Rouge meets the circus kind of thing, so we'll see. I also read the first chapter of Summoned by C.P. Ryder, so that was 4%, which is the sequel to Spiked, which I was just reading last time I spoke to you. So yeah, I read like 5 books in hospital, and I just wasn't really, I was pretty sick, and even once I was feeling better, I was just, as you can tell from my yawning, exhausted. I'm gonna have to cut out so many yawns. Okay, in terms of this week, we are still in lockdown here in Melbourne for a couple more days at least. I don't know if it'll be extended again, or whether we'll be able to go back to work and things. We'll just see. It would be ending on Tuesday if it does, so we'll see. In terms of reading, I'm still trying to work on these, but right now I have 2 main ones. I want to work on finishing 100 Days by Alice Pung and The Detective's Guide to Ocean Travel by Nikki Greenberg. So I am 64 and 44 pages into these. They're both pretty like quick. This is just like a kind of quick-ish book, and it's told in a really interesting way, and this is middle grade, so it is a little bit easier to get through. I just find middle grade so engaging most of the time that I think I could probably finish those 2 by the weekend. I have a whole stack of books here that I would also like to start. Sorry, Percy. I'm sorry, Bob. He's never gonna trust me again. Okay. But yeah, big stack of things. I will go through them if I get to start them, and I have a couple of others that I really want to start as well. I think I am going to pick up These Violet Delights by Chloe Gong. That's right, I think. Yes, because I suddenly feel very much in the mood for that one. So, that really hurt. I'm sorry, Vers. Yes, reading I'm gonna go pick that up. I have my sprints tomorrow with Mel, so I also need to pick which of the books I'm gonna read for that. Ow, my hands. Yeah, this part is a mess. I'm just gonna go. And I will catch you all maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, and let you know what I've read. I'll see you then. Hi everyone, it is now Sunday afternoon. So end of the vlog, I'm gonna tell you what I've read since Friday, and what I'm planning to read tonight. And I'll also tell you about something else very exciting that has happened since I last spoke to you. So in the stream yesterday morning, I started These Violent Delights, and I read the first 174 pages, which is just under halfway. Yes, so I did that, and then this morning I finished off 100 Days by Alice Pung. I really like this. This was really great. So I will talk more about this in a wrap up. But yes, finished it this morning, so I'm really glad. My pile is looking so much smaller. And I also this morning started One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. I just read the first chapter just so I'd started it. I am writing a discussion post with Angel for this one, which we're hoping to do on Tuesday. So I just wanted to start it this morning, and then I had a bunch of other stuff that I did. So these two are going to be the ones that I read tonight. I think it's a good difference. I will probably read another few chapters of this, and then just try and maybe finish off this. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd like to finish These Violent Delights. It's a big one, but I think I can do it. And yes, okay, so that's my goal for tonight. I have a bunch of other really exciting stuff that I'm planning to read next week, so if I can somehow manage to start the week by having finished These Violent Delights, and yeah, then tomorrow morning maybe I can work on finishing something else, whether that be Last One Stop or whether that be something else from this pile. Yeah, we'll see. But very exciting thing happened is that I adopted another cat. If you follow me on Twitter, you will have seen this, but his name is Fletcher. He's not going to be on camera yet because he's still pretty shy around new people, so I'm just kind of letting him breathe, have a moment, feel safe, and things like that. So once he's a little bit more confident and once Percy stops being a dickhead, I'll introduce him properly. So yes, Percy is taking it about as well as can be expected, which is to say that he is hissing at the door, but that's about it. Like, he doesn't actually want to go near Fletcher, doesn't want to attack him or bite him or anything. He just wants to be all brave from behind the door, and then yeah. Cats, right? So yeah, I think he'll be fine given a few more days. I literally just brought him home about 24 hours ago, at this point. So I'm not too worried that, neither of them are particularly comfortable yet. Yeah, they'll be okay. And yeah, once Fletcher is more settled, I would love to do a video. Ages ago when I first got Perse, I did a video, like a tag with him. So I'd love to do that for Fletcher as well. But we'll see. Yeah, I don't really know what to anticipate for next week. We still at this stage don't know if lockdown is going to be extended or not. We only had 12 cases today, 12 new cases, which obviously is pretty good. But also there are a bunch of idiots in the city yesterday having a protest about masks and lockdown, as if that's gonna help. So yeah, I don't really know what to expect from this week coming up. I have my first classes of the semester tomorrow, so yeah, we're just gonna kind of play it by ear